Okay, hey now, y'all, what is happening on a Friday, a beautiful looking Friday afternoon here in the Bay Area? Officially afternoon now that we have hit the stroke of high noon. Creative Tony, always timing that beautifully. You know, if I was in charge, let me just say this right out of the gate. Speaking of Creative Tony's production skills, if you guys ever asked me to produce this show, Tony, the wheels would come flying off within 10 minutes, tops, maybe even 5, T-minus 5. Little back behind the scenes, true but let's see, chaotic but true story of Polymac attempting to produce a live show. Never goes well. So back in the old days, before we got Tony back to KNBR, Tony had flown the coop. He was up in Portland for a few years. Then he moved back to the Bay. Murph and I were getting the show. We're probably like in year 3, year 4, something like that. And Tony's like, I want to come back. And I'm like, all right, well, we're going to go to the office, the big offices, and tell those bosses that we need Creative Tony in the creative director chair. And it definitely took some massaging because Tony went out guns blazing with T-Sal. I don't even want to get into that right now, but Tony went out like that girl at the end of Ozark with the curly hair, total gangster, like saying, let's go. And Tony got gunned down, basically in the streets. He got gunned down. When the time was right, we eased him back in. But before you came back, Tony, I produced myself, I think like the first 3 or 4 Murph and Mackey's show, which is so unbelievably labor intensive. And dude, I was like the pilot in Airplane, just sweat pouring down, dude, live, because you make one wrong move, the whole thing falls over. So anyway, I'm just saying, Tony, I don't know how you do it every day, but you get us on the air at the stroke of 12 noon. So thank you for that. And I just want to say 2 quick things to you before I greet you formally. And that is, we are going to dedicate today's show to the memory of Ace Frehley, lead guitar player from Kiss. I sent out a couple of messages, Instagram, Twitter last night, just kind of speaking about Ace, what he means to me. Today's musical assignment has changed. We are now doing all Kiss/Ace Frehley songs. But also, Tony, I want to dedicate this show to the memory. This is also very sad. The memory of John Canzano. I'm sorry. Take 2. See, this is why I can't produce anything, dude. Excuse, that was a bad misstep. That's a guy who posted the news about Larry Williams. Larry Williams, the USF athletic director, sadly and very abruptly passed away yesterday on campus at USF. He was actually working out, only 62 years old. He was also previously, he was the athletic director at University of Portland, Marquette, and Akron. He actually played football at Notre Dame, and he actually made it to the NFL. So rest in peace, Larry Williams. Really distressing news out of USF. And Tony, I know that touches you as you were a Don. I've always been a Don enthusiast. We've talked about, we support the USF Dons on this show. As we get into basketball season, we'll be talking about them more and more. But anyway, Tony, I'm sorry about that news about Larry Williams, but let's dedicate the show to his memory and any thoughts you might have on Ace or John or excuse me, Larry. We'll take him, dude. So how you doing today, Big T?
Oh, man, it's a roller coaster today, Paulie, because like it's a Friday and we're celebratory day as far as happy high noon and happy beginning of the weekend. And then it's like, man, dude, Ace Frehley left us yesterday. And I heard it was a fall in his studio when he was like recording. And like,
he fell and he hit his head, and he was in his house, in his own home. It's crazy how that seems to happen to people, a fall in their own home. And then he had brain hemorrhaging. And I think from what I understand, Tony, the Frehley family decided to take him off life support because he didn't want to, live that kind of life being supported by machines, which I totally get. By the way, if I'm ever in that state, you come on in and pull that damn plug, bro. I don't want to be like the guy in the Metallica 1 video with a box on my face and just sitting there. I don't want it. I just don't want it. So yeah, that's what caused it. And, he had a great life though. 74 years old, iconic band with Kiss in the 70s. It's hard to explain how big they were if you weren't there in the 70s, which I was. And I fell in love with the band. They were the first thing to turn me on to music, Tony, was Kiss and Ace Frehley. That's what got me in the whole thing.
Dude, I have to credit my next door neighbor in San Mateo, Kurt Schaefer, introduced me to Black Sabbath, but he
sounds like a rocker, Kurt Schaefer. Yeah.
But he also force fed me Kiss and like their first couple albums and Ace Frehley's album in 78. And I hadn't listened to that in a long time. And I turned it back on last night and this morning. And I was just like, Jesus.
It's a great batch of songs. It's the best solo album of the 4 of them, the hands down.
Yes, I totally agree with that statement. And then while we're talking about this also, rest in peace, Larry Williams at USF. I'm a Don. I graduated from USF and played baseball there, and the Hilltop Man's a special place to me. And that's just a heartbreaking story. He's only 10 years older than me. It's just a heartbreaker. So heart goes out to the whole Don's community and obviously his family, and just goes back to the old saying, dude, enjoy every sandwich, man, because you just never know. And so I'm prepared to enjoy this high noon Friday show.
Me too, Tony. That's all we have. Sometimes you got to celebrate the day, the moment, because you never know. I've learned that a long time ago, man. Sadly, in this life, on this earth, not to get too philosophical or deep on a Friday, but I have learned this, and I'm sure a lot of you have too, is that anybody, anytime, there's no rhyme or reason. There just isn't. I mean, I've seen health fanatics die of heart attacks. I've seen heavy smoke. Look at Keith Richards, bro. He's still going. You're not going to stop. He's probably having a martini and a smoke right now. So there's no rhyme or reason to it. Like Tony said, just celebrate the day. We're going to do that today. I want to honor the pre-show post of the day, but also answer a quick question directly to my man Sons and Johnny Lee. Yes, Sons, I did. I got tickets for Rush. I can only get one night, though. You're a gangster. I saw you post like 3 shows you got or something. I got one. I got one of the LA Forum shows. I think it is the 3rd night is the one I got, but I'll confirm. Excuse me. I'll confirm that with you, Sons, and we'll try to hook up if we're at the same show for sure. The pre-show post of the day, Tony, real quick, goes to John Joseph. John Joseph, I feel you. I was in lockstep before the show. I saw your post. John Joseph, Tony said, I'll be blasting Ace's solo album and Dynasty all afternoon because his guitar work on that record rules. Totally agree. Thank you, John Joseph. What were you going to say, T? Sorry.
Well, there's so many things I have to say today.
I know.
F the Dodgers, first of all.
100%. Can't stand the sight of him at this point. It's like Al Pacino at the end of Godfather 1 when he sends Carlo to get whacked in the front yard. They get him in the car. They choke him out. And and he's going, I'm so sorry, Michael. I'm so sorry. And then Michael looks at him and goes, get out of my sight. Get out of my sight. That's me. That's how I feel about the Dodgers. Get out of my sight.
And like an idiot, I just watch these games and then I'm just like, what am I doing? Why am I wasting my time watching this? I just get aggravated and just get raised my blood pressure.
Stressful. It is. It angers me. Watching baseball is like starting to anger me now. Yeah.
2-1. The Dodgers are up 2-1, and then Uribe comes into the game for the Brewers. They say, and he throws the ball down the right field line to score a freaking run with 2 outs. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, dude. Dude, the Dodgers are good. They're very, very, very good, but they're also pretty freaking lucky too, man. They have a lot of luck on their side as well, man. I got to tip my cap to their pitching staff because they have shut down the Brewers. But hey, Brewers, mix it up, drop one down, drag bunt, do something, step in front of a pitch, like take one in the ribs. I don't know, just do something to get something going. That's because these pitchers get in these grooves, man.
Tony, get me a laugh track real quick. Time to riff on a Friday. I mean, that's the thing. Like we said, celebrate the day. Take one in the ribs if you're batting against the Dodgers, unless you're Juwan Jennings. Go ahead. Because he's, Juwan Jennings, and I'm still pissed at Juwan Jennings. He felt compelled. He felt it was his responsibility to go to the media after that loss in Tampa Bay and say, hey, guys, I'm playing with broken ribs. Just it's not easy. It's hard over here. I got broken ribs. On the day you lose Fred Warner, you know what? If I'm Juwan Jennings, I don't say a word. We lost our team. Just get the hell out of there and don't give quotes like that. So, yeah, ribs are great unless you're Juwan Jennings. And you got to tell everybody about it.
But it's like Randy Johnson. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Get out of my face.
All right. Yeah. Don't talk to me. All right.
Don't talk to me.
There's a little Silence of the Lambsy in that quote, like vocally. And then also, dude, there's a little bit of James Gum in there too, tucking it in. Don't talk to me. All right. I'd blank me. I'd blank me. You know what I mean? It's similar. Yeah.
Until it gets the hose again.
Oh, dude, unless she gets the hose again. Yeah.
You help me with this couch.
Give me your hand with this couch. No, go all the way in the back. Yeah. I'll push it in. Dude, he basically barricades her in the damn thing.
Was she that big fat person?
Bro, that's a little too close. You're actually starting to give me goosebumps. That was a little too creepy. Oh, yeah, wait. Is she that big fat girl? Yeah, dude. It's like, oh, boy. Poor Jodie Foster. What the stones on Jodie Foster? I wouldn't go anywhere near that house, dude. She was going in one-on-one. Did she have, like, night vision on? Or he did or something?
Yes. Hold on a second. I don't know why Rags just coming just showed up, but what's up, Rags? That was John Joseph. Patty from Napa is a super on this Friday. Hope Mikey's birthday was good, Patty. She says for Ace and all here in the PMP Army who are also KISS Army members. This is her super. $9.99. And thank you so much, Patty, for being a super and just for being a super person. And then also Cheeks checking in on Friday. The PMP Familia is also the Kiss Army LFG exclam.
Thanks, Escobar, my brother from another mother. Hey, I want to shout out Dylan Ferrano right now, or Verano, Dylan Verano. He goes like this: Happy high noon, y'all. Thankfully, my plane has Wi-Fi. I'm joining from 36,000 feet. Way to go, Dylan. Me and you, bro. DV, I'm going to call you from this point forward. I just like the way that rhymes, DV. Also, Law of Awe, speaking of Silence of the Lambs, anytime I see a moth in the house, I'm out of there. Totally. Me and you, bro. I got no time for gum. I got no time for putting skin on my face. That movie really rattled me. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I remember seeing that in the theater. I was like, God damn, this is a little bit much. You know what I mean? Yeah. Totally. Put the oven lotion in the basket. Like when he's like having his breakdown, he's yelling and she's got the whole bit, dude. It's too much. Yeah.
The I don't know, the frame of mind, I forget the actor's name, but he's been in a bunch of other stuff since then, but the frame of mind he had to get in to be that character.
And imagine being famous for that role. Hey, that's the Tuck It In guy. Like that's the guy with the well in his house with the dungeon. Like yeah, that's me. And by the way, what's that really weird creepy music he's playing? He's like dancing around. He's got like a veil on or something like this. The whole thing, dude.
It's got like it's like 80s synth pop kind of in the background.
It's creepy synth pop. Rags, why wait till later? You might as well tuck it in right now. Tuck it in before you take that next putt. Rags is talking. He said, I'll tuck it in later. I say tuck it in now. Tuck it in now and scooch up to the putting green. Maybe you'll sink a couple shots. Yes,
real quick, did you know that James Gum, the name James Gum, is spelt Gumb? I just looked it up. I didn't.
That makes it even creepier. James Gumb. Yeah.
And by the way, the actor's name is Ted Levine or Levine. I don't know if it's Levine or Levine, but it's Ted Levine. He's the actor that played the role. So tip of the cap, man. Paulie, as we move on, we're going to talk about Ace Frehley all program long. As I too, like John Joseph said, listened to Ace Frehley's record from 1978, which is really freaking good.
Let me ask you, Tony, what's your experience with Kiss? Like, I don't know how. I think you're born a little bit after the Kiss hysteria, like the craze, because they had highs and lows. Like they were the biggest band in the world, and then they kind of crashed and burned. Then they took the makeup off. Then they reunited. So they've been around forever. But like the original lineup in their original years was a real phenomenon. But what is your whole history, or should I say, history with the band, Tony?
My history is that I loved the makeup and the gear and the costumes and everything, but I never took the time to really dive into their library until Tom Tolbert, right? But before Tolbert, I was this, Paulie. I was a big Kiss Animalize guy when they took the makeup off.
See, that's your generation, right? Because you were a kid then, and those are good records too. There's nothing wrong with those albums, but the mystique and like the whole thing, man. And you got to remember, there was no internet, there was no cell phones, and they never appeared in public without their makeup. It can never be done again because of everybody knows everything now, and you can find out anything so quickly. But people didn't even know what they looked like off stage. Like nobody knew what their real faces were. It was pretty trippy.
Well, and then out came the pastels and the chest hair, and like it was great.
The pink gloves and stuff. Yeah, Paul Stanley's diving through a ring of fire. Yeah,
and like the fingertip. Cut off the glove. Cut off, but then Tolbert took me to see Kiss at Shoreline, and also he's like, "Hey, we're gonna go backstage and we're gonna meet Tony La Russa and his wife."
Oh, beautiful, of course, dude. I got to tell you right now, Tony La Russa's wife is a bona fide rocker. Bonafide, dude. She goes to all this show. I've hung with Tony La Russa a little bit. I have some experience with him, and his wife. She loves Aerosmith. She loves Kiss. She's a real rocker. It's great.
Oh, and I was like, "What? We're gonna do what?" And then we met, and
we're gonna get this place hotter than hell, Tony. Come on back here. I'm Tony La Russa. We're gonna call out the firehouse, Tony, and have some cold gin. All right.
Totally. And his wife was super cool and just super amped for the show. And so I'm like, okay, I'm locking in. And then I went to the show, and it was fantastic. It wasn't just about the music; it was about the whole production. And that where I was like, if that's when I fell in love with them, was like, these guys spend this much time on making sure that they're doing this type of presentation at every tour stop.
Yeah.
All the pyrotechnics, all the makeup. Dude, like, have you ever watched one of those videos? Just Google it. Anybody watch Gene Simmons or Paul Stanley apply the makeup.
Yeah, it's like an hour process. It takes them a long time to get geared up and everything.
Totally. So I'm like, dude, the fact that they go through that, like, anyways, so that's where I kind of went backwards into Kiss. And now I'm just like so thankful. And so I was listening to Ace Frehley's album, and just rest in peace, Ace. But man, so again, Paulie, we talk about this with Black Sabbath music. The licks on Ace Frehley's album they're so rooted in funk that it's just there's so much funk on that album. And there's some jamming in there where I'm like, God, that sounds like I can hear Alice in Chains in there. I can hear Fish in there. I can hear Pearl Jam. Like, I can hear so many bands today that are influenced by Kiss, and especially by Frehley. I hear it in their playing. It's tremendous. So rest in peace, Ace. And I know you got a lot to say about Ace too. And we're gonna do hot and sour picks. We're gonna talk Niners, Falcons. We got a musical assignment dedicated to Ace.
I want to talk about your boy Aaron Rodgers last night, just like starting like civil wars with his own teammates because he's such a freaking tool. I mean, like the guy. And by the way, dude, I will rarely do this, but I had a feeling yesterday about Joe Flacco. I said, don't mess with Joe Flacco, dude. I don't care how old he is, bro. He was tucking it in and running. He threw 3 touchdowns. Like, he played really, really well. And I'm glad. I'm happy for Cincinnati. That was a huge win for them. And once Rodgers starts like yelling at his own teammates for celebrating, you're taking yourself maybe a little too seriously, AR. You know what I mean? I know that's your guy and everything, but still. Yeah, dude, I don't need it.
My guy. I love it. By the way, that now makes Pittsburgh, since 2009, they are 1-10 on Thursday Night Football.
What is that about? That is like hard to explain. Like, it really is. That defies any kind of rationale right there.
Crazy stat right there. And dude, Jamar Chase going off last night was so fun to see because
he's like a race car, man, with the ball in his hands. The way he weaves in and out of traffic, he's fun to watch, man.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like we should show the people, Paulie, what we're talking about, because this is really fun. And then we're going to give some love to Dominic Peralta.
Hey, while you're doing that, we do have another super from Escobar and John Joseph, bro. John Joseph, quote, "I got kicked out of a church function for wearing a Kiss shirt." Bro, hell yeah, John. That's what I need from you, brother. Me and you. I got my Kiss shirt on right now. I got my Love Gun shirt on, Holmes. Escobar, I remember getting side eyes, more church folks, because I listened to Nights in Satan's Service. Hell yeah, man. Which, by the way, well, anyway, yeah. I guess that makes me a knight as well, because I am a literal card carrying member of the Kiss Army. I swear to God, they used to put these things inside the records in the 70s and would say like, "Hey, join the Kiss Army, send $5 and whatever." So I joined it, and I still have my Kiss Army stuff. I got a Kiss belt buckle. I got all kinds of Kiss. Tony, you've seen my collection. I'm out of control. I mean, it's the only band I've ever behaved that way with. I don't collect like Rush stuff. I don't even really collect Grateful Dead stuff. I just go to the show. But with Kiss, I got all kinds of gear. I got shirts, posters, books. You know, I have the Kiss cards from the 70s. I'm like all the other Kiss fans, man. It's what happens. You want gear. You want all the stuff, you know?
But I
have a Gene Simmons Christmas ornament, dude. Hangs on my tree every year.
That's my point. My point is credit to Kiss and especially Gene Simmons for putting all that stuff out there. A lot of bands don't market themselves the way Kiss marketed themselves back in the day. And until this day, dude, I remember on our show years ago when we had the story come out about that you could get buried in a Kiss coffin. Was like, dude, look at
it's a Kiss casket, technically, also with a K. Casket with a K, Kiss casket. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, but like nobody else is thinking like that.
Can I give you a Kiss casket story, Tony? And this is true.
Sure.
Now, I never got that into this band, and we saw them. They opened for Metallica, the band Pantera. And their legendary guitar player, Dimebag Darrell, who tragically was killed at a gig. It's just unthinkable, but that's what happened to him. He was a monster Kiss fan. Tony, they buried Dimebag Darrell in a Kiss casket. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
He was buried in a Kiss casket. Yeah.
Respect. I mean,
I might be buried in a Kiss casket. Bury me in one of those bad. What the hell? I won't be around. You guys can party, listen to Cold Gin. You know what I mean? Cue up God of Thunder and toast me while I'm laying in the Kiss coffin.
Totally.
Why not? Why not? You know, it's a difference. I'm serious. The only thing is the price tag. You'll have to pay for the coffin, of course. But aside from that, you know, yeah.
give Gene more dough. But anyways, man, they marketed.
Wait, Tony. Speaking of Gene, sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but before I lose this, how long is it going to be before we start getting introduced to like the Kiss bedpans for like senior citizens? You know what I mean? Like Kiss walkers, Kiss bedpans. How about how about this? How about a Kiss catheter? Okay. Well, also with a K, Kiss catheter for those pesky little colonoscopies. You know what I mean?
And dude, shout out to Dom Peralta for just kind of, look at that sticker right there. Yeah. Boom. The PNP Army.
Dommy knows his Kiss. He's a fan. He knows his Kiss. And
that's our tribute to the Kiss Army. Is that idea was right in the beginning of when we started talking about doing all this. But Paulie, do you want to? I want to show some people what we're talking about as far as Aaron Rodgers last night. This is just comedy.
It's quintessential D-bag Rodgers.
It's just the freaking best. I mean, here it is on a touchdown, and it's like. Well,
time to celebrate. Let's celebrate with my teammates, not Aaron Rodgers. Nope.
Well, and dude, the line. Just watch. Here we go. Touchdown. Aaron's ready. He's happy. His teammate, his lineman buddy.
Watch this. Such a miserable prick. You know what I mean? He's just such a miserable D-bag. Always has been. He's always a victim of something. Look at this guy.
Oh, that's the best, dude.
Don't talk to me.
He gets taken down though, dude.
Good. That's it.
I mean, why do you got to be pissed off though? It's like, I don't know. I mean, the lineman didn't have to tackle him. I get that, but it's like, dude. Oh, and I'm
lighten up, Francis. You know what I mean? Lighten up, Francis. Come on, man.
It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, though, huh, Paulie? Like, God, it's just so poetic, man. It's so poetic. And
hey, Noemi coming in with a good take on this. She goes, not only is Aaron Rodgers a little fragile ego-wise, but it turns out he's also a little fragile physically. I like it, Noemi. I feel the same way. Hey, Miriam, good luck with those Rush tickets, by the way. Let me know if you get them. Maybe we'll hang out again at the gig. All right. Anyway, Tony, your guy Rodgers. I like the Bengals last night. They were getting 5.5 points. Turned out they flat out won that game. And I wonder how much of a rejuvenation for that Cincinnati offense that was, like, going forward. Like, they might wind up winning a few games now, the Bengals. And it was good to see Joe Burrow on the sideline last night. He was in street clothes, but he was there, which I thought was cool. Did you spend more time on the Thursday night game, or were you more dialed into baseball playoffs?
I was baseball just because I'm a junkie. And I just was like, the Rodgers Flacco thing wasn't really enticing me until I looked and I saw that Cincinnati was ahead. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then when the Dodgers went up 3-1, I was like, oh God, here we go.
I know it's tough to take. It really is tough to take night after night, game after game. Them just blowing teams off the field. They got great pitching. All their guys can hit. I'm sick of all of them, dude. All of them. I can't take any. Even Mookie. I'm starting to get pissed at Mookie. Just the sight of him. And he didn't do anything wrong. Mookie Betts is like an innocent. He's like a baby deer walking through a field, just being like eating flowers and stuff. But now I look at Mookie Betts and I'm pissed. You know what I mean?
Did you see the play he made from shortstop yesterday, though?
I saw it. I
mean, it was like, wow. It's like, okay.
He can play. He can freaking play.
That's the thing is they have a ton of good ball players.
I hate Glass now. I hate Yamamoto. I hate Shohei. I hate them all, dude. I hate them all. I'm sorry. Dave Roberts, even Dave Roberts. I'm like, I'm sick of you too, man. I know you're a good guy. I know you're I get it, but dude, now I'm pissed at you too. All of them. Can somebody challenge this team, Tony? I thought Philly was going to punch him in the face. I was wrong.
Former A's manager Bob Guerin is on the staff for the Dodgers. So
I like Bob Guerin too. I like Bob Guerin. I know, but that doesn't mean I'm happy.
No, I know. It's just really hard to watch. I'll be honest with you. If Shohei were to get laced today.
What does that mean? Lace get drilled?
Yeah. No,
I've been calling out for that for weeks. Somebody needs to drill him.
No. On the mound. He's pitching today.
Yeah.
If he were to give up a bunch of runs and get hit hard today.
I pray for that. I pray to my Lord and Savior. Please hit Shohei today.
Hold on. If Shohei gets laced today and they lose the game and they still win the series, I'll be happy.
Fair enough. That's the one. That's the one silver lining in this dark cloud is that Shohei hasn't done jack dick the entire postseason. New phrase I just invented, Tony. Jack dick. I hope you enjoyed that. Hey, I want to. Can I get a close encounters real quick? I want to handle some business on the streets. Thank you, my good friend. Thank you, my good friend and associate and member of the KISS Army. As far as I'm concerned, like I'm recruiting you formally into the KISS Army today. You will now be a private in the KISS Army. I'm probably like a sergeant at this point, maybe a corporal or something like that. You're coming in early. I'm going to make you a private. I'll give you the one stripe. But you're in the KISS Army with us today, and so is Dom Peralta, and so Tony. As I pivot. See, the Stellar Design, the entire Stellar Design community. I want to talk about Dom's operation. Stellar Design, the San Francisco Bay Area-based industrial design studio shaping the future of product innovation. Now, Tony, we have ourselves a little bit of a yard sale happening with, if you care to enhance with some visuals, I'll kind of complement the piece as we go forward. We are excited to announce the new season of Yard Sale Gear. It's officially here. Tony will show it to you in a sec. Featuring modular ski poles, accessories, the all-new day bag, and more. Stellar and Yard Sale have partners for 3 years now. Congrats on that, Dom. That's awesome. To bring this outdoor brand to life. Founded way back in 2014, Tony, they guide ideas from concept to production through prototyping, testing, and launch. From breakthrough consumer electronics to life-saving medical devices. Very nice. Stellar merges cutting-edge technology with stunning aesthetics, so your product looks amazing, and it also works flawlessly. Finally, Tony, they create award-winning design, as you've seen over and over again. Dom just continues to come correct. They've got meaningful connections between people, product, and brand. Whether you are an individual with an idea, a startup, a Fortune 500 company, Stellar offers a partnership to achieve out-of-this-world design. Visit stellar.design and make design impact. You want to talk to Domi Peralta, which I do all the time, reach out and shoot him an email, Dominic@stellar.design. Dominic@stellar.design. Thank you, Dom, and thank you, Stellar Design, for all you freaking do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Tony, I know you're a snowboarder, but that is some pretty cool gear there, all those poles and stuff for the mountains.
Dude, magnetic poles, Paulie. That's all I got to say, man. Because they literally, I love the name of the company, Yard Sale, because that's what happens on the mountain if you fall skiing and your skis are going in two different directions and your poles are going in two different directions and everything's off of your person.
Tony, that's also a term used in hockey. If you're skating, you have the puck and you make the mistake of looking down, because a lot of beginners do that. They're watch themselves stick handle. You don't see the guys coming at you. Bam, you get knocked on your A. Helmet, glove, stick, everything goes flying off, also known as a yard sale in hockey.
Totally. So, and it's a yard sale down the mountain too. And there's exciting news down the pike that I can't go public with now, but when Dom gives us the green light, there's very exciting news for Yard Sale coming up down the road and Stellar Design. So Dom's got his fingers in a lot of different iron. He's got a lot of irons in the fire, they say. And the dude is so freaking creative. So it's no surprise that he's involved with this company, Yard Sale. So again, if you want to get in touch with Dom, you can see it on the bottom of the screen, but you can contact him 650-796-3144 or email him, Dominic@stellar.design. Thank you, Dom, for the support, for the partnership, and for everything you do for the show, brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Dom. Love you, buddy. We'll catch up soon. I know it's been a while. Hey, Tony, also, I want to, while we're talking about Dom Peralta, before we get into this Niner Falcons matchup a little bit and do hot and sour picks and do the musical assignment tributing Ace Frehley today, want to ask you about the events we have coming up and where we stand with everything. Let's just do this kind of a status report on the Tom Tolbert broadcast next Friday, just to let people know what's coming, because this is exciting stuff. I'm very much looking forward to going to Tom's backyard. And then Monday is the big one, which is the 27th of October. We've been working on this special event, partnering up with Longbridge Pizza, Neil Donardi, and of course, Dom Peralta. So do you know, can we make any announcements on that yet, T, as far as where we are with everything?
100%. Yes. If you go to our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles, at the top of the screen, at the top of our bio, you will see a links page or a link, something to click on links. But you will also see the Eventbrite link right there. I'm looking at it right now. Actually, I can show it on the screen. Probably stand by.
Cool.
And you'll see on our YouTube channel, there it is right there. You see the Eventbrite link right there. It's in the bio of our show. And if you click that link, that is where you can get tickets for our event on October 27th, Monday night. It's the Warriors hosting the Grizzlies. And I want to be able to share this page as well, Paulie, just because this gives us
you do your thing over there. Sprinkle your magic, dude. Like the Wizard, Black Sabbath. Walk by and sprinkle your magic. Go ahead.
Nice. This is the Eventbrite page that Dom put together. And if you click on this page, this is what you can get. And you can order tickets on the Eventbrite page. Okay, this is October 27th. The event starts around 3:00 at Longbridge Pizza. And then Tom Tolbert, myself, Paulie will start a broadcast at 4:00. And then Tom will leave around 4:45 and walk over to Chase and get ready for his broadcast for the Warriors Grizzlies game. And we'll finish the broadcast until about between 5 and 5:15, or between 5 and 5:30, that kind of thing. Tickets are available on the Eventbrite page that I'm showing you right now. So, Paulie, it's live. You can go there right now, and the first 10 people to get tickets get a twofer. Basically, Paulie, that's what we're telling you right now. If you go to this Eventbrite page, you can get buy one, get one free. The first 10 people to buy tickets get 2 tickets instead of 1. That's through Neil Donardi, through Don Peralta, and through our show, and through Tom Tolbert. We're doing that for the first 10 tickets. And then we have to cap it at some point based on the capacity for Longbridge Pizza, but we'll get to that point next week. Hopefully we can sell this out and have a great time on October 27th, bud.
I have a quick question just on behalf of the audience, Tony, because when you showed the Polymac page on YouTube and the event link and all that, it said tickets $20 to $40. So I'm wondering what's the price point? Like there's 2 prices there. So which just explain that to me, because I don't think I get that.
No, the tickets are $40, and it's all you can eat pizza buffet and the live broadcast and Warriors hang party, basically a watch party.
So it's 40 a ticket. Is that correct?
Yes, 40 a ticket, and it's all you can eat pizza. Neil's gonna stuff your face with the best pizza on the freaking west of the Mississippi, I guess, or the best pizza outside of New York City, basically, and Jersey, because Paulie had some good Jersey pie as well. But it's going to be all you can eat pizza buffet, and then drinks sold separately. And it's going to be a phenomenal hang at Longbridge Pizza. I'd love to see as many of you there as possible on Monday, October 27th. Starts at 3:00, and we'll go through the Warrior game. You can stay as long as you want through the Warrior game, because we're going to watch the Warrior game there after we do our broadcast.
And I always feel like any opportunity, and I'm not embellishing this, I really mean this, because it's funny, man, my history with Tom Tolbert was pretty sparse for the most part. And the reason for that is we just were so dramatically had different schedules. Like I would be after the Murph and Mac show in the KNBR years, I'd be out of the building by 11:30, something like that. And Tom wouldn't roll in until like 1:30. So I only got to hang with Tom like at station events or like the Hawaii trip. Remember the year you came and Tolbert came, like stuff like that. And every time I had a chance to hang out with Tom, talk to Tom, first of all, he was always super cool to me. Like Tom was always like a really nice guy. I know you worked with him intimately for a long time, but I didn't have that kind of intimacy with Tom. It was just like once in a while. But as the years have gone on and I've gotten to hang with him and talk with him more, I just feel like it's a great opportunity to talk Warriors and just basketball with Tom. Because he's like, whether he intends this or not, Tony, I feel like he's an educator. Like when he's talking about, because he'll dismiss takes. You'll hear people like, oh, dude, Steve Kerr sucks. He's the problem. Tom would just be like, you know what, dude, I don't have time for this nonsense. Get out of here. Like he does not suffer fools when it comes to talking about basketball or these radical takes everybody seems to have. Hey, what's up, Triple E? Good to see you, brother. So anyway, I'm just saying I look forward to it very much. So the 27th, grab your tickets, join us, eat like a champion, which I plan on doing as well, and listen to Tom just drop science. And I look forward to the joint broadcast. 2 of them. We're doing like a Friday and a Monday. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're going to book in the weekends, Paulie. And again, just once again, at our YouTube channel, at Polymax Particles, click on the Eventbrite page, and you can buy tickets right there. $40, all you can eat pizza buffet and live broadcast with us and Tom Tolbert. And then drinks sold separately, but we're going to watch the Warrior game. And Neil's got the great beers on tap. He's got wine there as well. And he's got non-alcoholic beverages as well. But here's the thing. He's going to do like pizza bites before the broadcast. And then like during the broadcast and after the broadcast, he's just going to keep firing pizzas, as many pizzas as people want. And he's going to take some home, take stuff with you. It's like, that's Neil's deal, is
Well,
that he just wants to provide. So
he comes out, dude, at these events. You can't stop Neil. You can't stop him. You can ask him, but he's not going to comply. He just keeps coming out with more food and more food to be like, hey, I decided to do this. Hey, here's a like at the Giants party we had, the PNP night at Oracle, the Learn with Los event. Dude, he was chopping up like chicken parms in the little bite size. And he's a force of nature, dude. So anyway, it's going to be a great time. And by the way, I'm just saying, maybe not on the menu, maybe not like formally advertised on the event page. I'm available. If anybody wants to roll one up and go look for broken down Cadillacs on 3rd Street, we can do stuff like that. Right, Escobar? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I look forward to hanging out with all you guys. It's a great chat. Yeah, I got the J in my hand for a reason, Tony, as you know. So we're going to have a great time, and we do certainly hope to see you there. Now, Tony, we've danced around it long enough. Can we talk Niners, Falcons, and where your head's at with the whole operation? Okay, I assume that means not yet. Yes.
Definitely not yet, because Triple E himself is a super. Triple E is a super on the show. We love you, Triple E. And he says, blank the Dodgers, please, for the love of God, implement a salary floor and cap. And dude, I couldn't agree more with you, Triple E. It's absurd what's going on. And they're deferring all the money for Shohei. It's just, the whole thing is just wacky, dude. So I mean, there's loopholes that they've exposed and they're taking advantage of, and that's how they're able to just have this ridiculous team. I mean, the fact that Shohei is their number 4 starter in their pitching staff in the postseason is pretty ridiculous, dude. So
I find the whole thing offensive. I do. I find the whole thing offensive. It's like the elite of the elite. That it's like that upper 1% of society, which most of us will never attain, like we'll never get. That's like the Dodgers. They're like the rich guys at the country club. They have their own private accounts and stuff. They do whatever they want, and it just I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I'm out here pining for like real baseball for real people. Tony, how about this? Real baseball for real Americans. Who's with me? You know what I mean? That's my America. Yeah,
I got 2 guns for 2 people that I really liked before they got involved with the Dodgers.
I love when Tony gets like borderline violent. He's such a pacifist, but yeah, flash some guns. What do you got?
2 guns, one for Magic Johnson, the other one for Jason Bateman. I love both of those dudes before their involvement with the Dodgers. Now they're out and out, big, huge. Magic's part of the ownership group. Jason Bateman is like at every game behind them. You can see him in the stands every game. I'm like, dude, enough's enough, man. And so and then Bateman talks about it on his podcast and stuff. It's like, dude, God.
It's like, and look at Eric Tripolino's. He's like, no, not Bateman. I feel the same way, dude. I love Bateman. I love Bateman in Ozark. Dude, there's a new series on Netflix right now with Bateman called Black Rabbit. Pretty good. I watched it. Pretty good. He plays a total loser, long hair. But again, it's more the charms of Bateman, but they all evaporate. Same way with Magic. I agree. You see him behind the plate, like clapping. I'm like, no, Magic, no. So it's tough to take. And by the way, Triple E, join us on the 27th. Get your ass down there. Bring your lady. I'd love to. It's been too long. We need to hang out. So come on down, Triple E. And anybody else who wants to hang. Law of all. Me and you, buddy. Let's get it done. All right, Tony, have we satisfied your criteria? Can we talk Niners or not yet? You're in charge, obviously.
No, we can talk Niners, but I guess just to run down of the show, we got to talk Niners. We got to talk hot and sour picks. We got to talk petty theft tickets. We also have to do the musical assignment. Just running down the remainder of the show, Paulie. That's all.
While I'm thinking, I probably shouldn't be doing this on the air in the middle of the show, but I got to tell you this just so I don't forget. When we do the petty theft, Tony, do me one favor. Text me, because I got to leave the house after the show. So don't email me. Text me the winner's name and email. That's all I'm asking. Text, not email. Text it to me. Okay, thank you. All right. Anyway, so yes, and we're definitely going to have a deep dive on Ace Frehley today. That really did rattle me last night. I listened to Kiss records for hours last night while I was watching the games. I was at my turntable just going to work, and I listened to so many different Ace Frehley songs and so many different Kiss songs. And I started getting emotional, man. You do. And then you start seeing tributes pouring in from like the Pearl Jam guys. You see Steve Vai, like everybody had something to say about Ace. And the more, you kind of look around and see how many people this guy impacted, it starts to it kind of hits home a little harder. Yeah. It's not just me. It's kind of a widespread thing. A lot of people kind of really got rattled by the loss of Ace Frehley yesterday.
On that note, that's the reason why I'm wearing the Pearl Jam hat today, probably because I don't have any Kiss gear, but I think I need to get some. But
you do. I got you covered. Stand by for Christmas Kiss. Stand by for Christmas gifts for you, Tony. Christmas. Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Gene Simmons even marketed Kiss around Christmas, dude.
That's right. That's right. It's Christmas time here in the Kiss community. Go to kissonline.com and buy your very own Christmas tree for $79.99. Yeah, Gene's probably going to look to somehow to, well, we're going to be having a memorial service for Ace Frehley. We will charge you $29.99 to come through and look at Ace in the casket. Just keep the line moving so we can keep the cash registers flowing. Thank you. That's Gene Simmons from Kiss, Tony. Always looking to turn a profit, And I like Gene. He's a goof. I like Gene. He's a god of thunder, for God's sakes. Come on.
Okay. I'm just trying to jump in. I said, or is that Robert Saleh? You're
yeah, that's a great call. Who was that? Patty that came up with that? Noemi, I forget who first called that, but it was a great call. Saleh and Simmons, same speaking voice. It's amazing.
One other thing about the event, because Dom said this in the chat, our event with Tom Tolbert on Monday, the 27th, for the Warriors watch party against the Memphis Grizzlies, we're gonna have a ton of swag and stuff that we're gonna be giving out too. So that's an added perk for the event too. We have Dom's got a ton of stuff up his sleeve. So
dude, if you go to an event with Dom Peralta, you're walking out with a goodie bag under your hand. I've learned that about Dom over the years, dude. He does not come empty-handed. Posters, shirts, buttons, stickers. Next thing you know, you're walking out like with a gift bag, and I'm sure it'll be that way on the 27th. Dom will come correct. He'll come loaded.
Yes. And dude, by the way, Aaron Kask has a comment. He says, I wasn't a big Kiss fan. He needs to ask, was Ace the kind of guy that legitimized the band musically? Paulie, I don't know the answer to that question, but
I would say the best. Yes, he was the best. Sorry, to finish your thought.
Well, I was going to say that I've heard him referred to as the dark horse of the band, basically like the unsung hero of the band. Like everybody loved Paul and Gene as the two front men, right, of the band. But then Ace was like, I don't know, the guy just laying down lick after lick after lick. That was just, I don't know, the freaking foundation of their music.
I think Paul Stanley is probably the best songwriter in the band. He wrote a lot of great songs. Ace wrote a lot of great songs too, but Ace Frehley, in my mind, was the best musician in the band. I mean, he clearly, when you just listen to the stuff, you can hear, wow, that guy can really play. And his solos just jump off at you. They're so in your face. And he was really, he had his own style, kind of a Jimmy Pagey vibe he had. But no, I would say he was the best musician in the band out of the original lineup, Ace. It's hard to dispute that, really.
And Paulie, the jamming that Ace does on his own record, the own Kiss Ace Frehley record in '78.
I got it right behind me in tribute. It's right there. Yeah.
It's beautiful. But do you feel like he was like, that was, I don't know. I feel like he jammed even more on that record than on the regular Kiss records. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, they're all Ace Frehley songs. He wrote every track on the album, and it's pretty widely renowned or regarded, Tony, as the best of the 4 solo records. I mean, it's pretty much everybody says that. So, and again, we're going to go deeper into that in just a couple of minutes. All right, Tony, let's get into it, dude. Let's go Niners, Falcons, and then we'll do hot and sour, and then we can end the show with the musical assignment. But starting with the return of George Kittle, does that kind of change your view or your feeling about this game at all? Sunday night, Levi Stadium, Falcons at Niners, because Kittle's coming back. I mean, it will be a nice energy shot for the offense, no question.
It's huge. It's also huge for the run game. It's huge for pass protection. I don't draw up the plays like Kyle Shanahan scripts plays at the beginning of the game and stuff, but I would guess that Kittle's going to stay and block more than route running in the beginning of the game, just to get Mac Jones comfortable in the pocket again. Like, to feel, I don't think Mac Jones felt comfortable in the pocket once against Tampa Bay.
How could he? He was under siege constantly. Yeah.
Right. So if you can keep Kittle around and maybe 2 double tight end sets as well. But I think McCaffrey is probably going to be very excited to have Kittle back too, because it's also just another superstar that takes the pressure off of him. Right. And so I'm ecstatic to have Kittle back. And like you said, energetically too. He's a madman, dude. He is like the pro wrestler of the NFL. You know what I mean? Like he wants to be a pro wrestler. I firmly believe that he wants to be a pro wrestler, but he signed a contract to not be allowed to wrestle in the offseason. But I think if he was allowed to wrestle in the offseason, I think he would. I really do. You know, so I'm ecstatic to have him back.
You know what would be interesting, Tony, to see if finally Christian McCaffrey can get loose and have a big game rushing the football. And if he does, that'll be all the kind of evidence and proof you need as to how important George Kittle is in their running game, because it's not a glorious job, but I always felt like George Kittle took as much pride, and I'm sure he does. I know this for a fact, that he takes as much pride in his blocking assignments as he does when he's running routes and catching balls and running for touchdowns, which he does very, very well. He's so physical. He's a hard guy to get down. He's fearless. He'll go across the middle. He'll do anything. George Kittle, like you said, he's a freaking lunatic. But again, having him in the rushing game, I think might be his most important responsibility this week, is helping McCaffrey at least turn the corner, give him a lane, give him some crease he can get through, because again, it's very last week's stat line is still in my head for McCaffrey: 17 carries, 54 yards. Very kind of consistently in each game, his numbers have been like that. Tony, he just hasn't had anywhere to go. And you talked about McCaffrey being under constant distress or duress after every snap on a passing play. Hopefully that gets a little tightened up this week. Protection in the ground game. Those are my two big things I want to see an improvement with, or else they're going to have a hard time against this good Falcon team.
Well, they better keep the ball out of Atlanta's hands. Just try to keep long, sustainable, clock draining drives where they keep the ball out of it, because you got to keep Bijan off the field. You got to keep Drake London off the field. You got to keep Penix off the field, because those guys are starting to feel themselves and find a groove. Dude, Bijan had 170 yards rushing.
No, he's no joke. Bijan, man, watch out.
And then I think Drake London had like 159 yards receiving, I believe, 10 catches. So it's like, and Bijan had 19 carries. I know that he had that one 80-yard run, but still, you take away that run, he still had 90 yards rushing. So, and then Penix, but I will say Penix, we talked about this earlier in the week, Paulie. Penix will throw a pick or two as a young buck trying to force balls into places he shouldn't be throwing. Buffalo should have picked him off a couple more times in that game. And I feel like if he tries to force it, the DBs and the secondary needs to be ready for that. And I'd like to see Saleh, if he's gonna maybe, I don't know, put some more pressure on Penix with some more blitzing and get Mustafa in the mix and Stout in the mix. The defense is a lot of pressure on the defense this weekend. You got Tatum Bethune. We talked about Tatum yesterday. Are you ready for Tatum time?
I am ready. I'm going to give this kid a good look, and I hope he plays, above his head, and I hope he makes an impact, because they're really going to be reliant on him. He's going to be a really important part of the game.
Folly Mark Gravy Grave says interception. What is that? Because it goes back to your stat about 12
games, 12 NFL record, 12 games, and that is so disgraceful when you think about guys like Tim McDonald, Merton Hanks, Ronnie Lott, Eric Wright, Carlton Williamson, Chet Brooks. These guys were all ball hawks, man. They were not only looking to make plays, they were looking to turn the tide of the game, and they did regularly. And generally speaking, you're not going to get very far in the NFL, especially in the postseason, if you can't force turnovers. Right. And the Niners they have dried up in that capacity. I mean, it's an NFL record, Tony. 12 consecutive games without an interception. It's kind of embarrassing. I got to be honest. I'm like a little embarrassed about that.
In fairness, Upton Stout did have a pick that was negated by a ridiculous PI call. So it'd
be nicer if we had more than one example.
Right.
We just had one, and that one wasn't even real because it was a flag. Like, yeah, we had one, but it was a flag. Now I could use something a little more like, concrete if I could, something a little more real. Yeah.
Totally, dude. Yeah. I mean, maybe
think about the 94 NFC Championship game when Eric Davis intercepted Troy Aikman early in the game. Look what that did to that game. Look how that affected it was chaos, dude, when Eric Davis intercepted that ball. And it kind of set a tone for the entire first quarter of that game. And sadly, the Niners have not been able to do that. They have not been able to take the ball away. So yeah, that's going to be a huge part of the game also. Now I know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I like how you put on the brakes, dude. It's great. Thank you for that, P. Aaron Kask checking in as a super. He says at this point, I would do the Merton Hanks dance and probably destroy my entire spine if they get an interception.
You ain't kidding, dude. Eric, that's a great dark riff right there, because you're right. If anybody tried to do that chicken thing right now, we'd probably be in wheelchairs by tomorrow. You'd be calling an ambulance in my house. Paulie Mac, what happened? Well, I was doing a Merton Hank dance. I'll never walk again. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's not worth it. Yeah, but thank you, Aaron. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, guys. I'll tell you what, Paulie, if the Niners lose on Sunday, which is absolutely possible,
I'm worried about it, bro. I got to admit, I am. I was worried last week going to Tampa, and that proved to be true. And I'm a little uptight about this game, too. I'm just trying to be real with what I'm seeing. I don't think the Niners are playing great football right now. I think that they're so depleted. This is a big game. They have to show some fight in this game. They got to win a game on their own field, too. You got to win. As far as I'm concerned, Tony, win this freaking game Sunday. Beat Atlanta and get back on your feet.
But if they lose, I wonder if the talk heats up about making a trade, and then inside the front office, do they start thinking, okay, we need to make a trade if we want to make a run, make some kind of a run this season. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens. Of course, we're all wanting them to win on Sunday, and I'm just curious to see if they lose, the reaction, and will they just put the pedal to the metal and bring somebody in and make a trade?
When you keep talking about trades, because you've mentioned that a lot this week, are you talking about, I assume, like, what are you thinking? Were you thinking about defensive help?
Yeah. Because hopefully Ayuk is coming back at some point, and Kittle is back, and Pearsall hopefully is coming back very soon. Juwan Jennings, I don't know what to think about Juwan.
I don't even need to see him, as far as I'm concerned. Honestly, I don't even need to see him. If Shanny wants to sit his ass down, I am fine with that. I really am. Unless he starts making a contribution and really stop with the attitude. Juwan, cut it out, dude. We don't need that right now. The Niners don't need disharmony and gripes and, hey, I'm not getting mine. Where am I? Dude, we don't have time for that right now. We got to win some games, man.
Paulie, where's the attitude of gratitude? Juwan, it's
Tony,
called gratitude, right?
And also just to do it because somebody has to. Once you have that, then you have the attitude. A little Mike DeMo goes, once you got that, he giggles. Then you have the attitude. Yeah. The best also, by the way, shout out Mike Damone in the scene of Fast Times at Ridgemont High when Ratner finally goes on that date with Jennifer Jason Leigh, and they're at that bratwurst place or something. I don't know. They're eating stuff, juices flying around. And then all of a sudden the kid realizes he didn't have his wallet. So he calls Mike Damone. Damone, dude, he's got his feet up on the table and he's drinking. I think he's eating a Twinkie with like a carton of milk. And he goes, yeah, I need you to bring my wallet over to the restaurant. And Damone looks around. He goes, yeah, I'm really kind of busy, Rat. And he's just watching TV, drinking milk.
He's doing nothing.
I'm really kind of busy, Rat. Yeah.
How about, and we're getting deep into the weeds here, and we'll go back to Niners in a second, but when Damone decides to deliver the wallet and he takes a bite,
that's what I'm saying. That juice comes flying out. Yeah. Whatever that thing is, a pepper. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. Nobody knows.
Dude, that thing it just spurts. And the fact that Cameron Crowe left it in the movie, dude.
Yeah. And also the great line, like so matter of fact. Oh, hey, Rad, I found your wallet. You want it back? Like,
you want it back?
And shout out to Rags, dude. You're all over it. Just Rags's comment, Tony. 2 more Cokes. That's all. 2 more Cokes. Yeah.
2 more Cokes. And how about the fact that they're sitting in the chairs where they look like
little kids. They look like preschool kids. Yeah, it's great. It's freaking great. The whole thing's money. I need to see that again soon. All right. So final thing here, and then we'll transition into I want to get our hot and sour picks on the table here.
Real quick. I got to give Little J some credit here. First of all, Little J, don't recognize the name on the chat. Nice to have you on the show.
Yeah, Little J, I feel you. I like his comment. Go ahead, T.
Yes, right. He said he or she says Juwan thinks he deserves Jamar Chase money. It's delusional. Dude, yes, delusional is right. Average season last year, 977 yards, 7 TDs. How many times do I need to say it? Average year. Not great, a good year, right? And that reminds me of Naked Gun. Good year, the best. Anyways, but Juwan thinks that he should get paid. It's like, no, dude. And then look at what's happened since all that beef in the off season, or in the preseason. It's I don't know, man. It really bums me out because it could have been a really good setup for Juwan to just kind of rise up. And
I loved him last year. I loved him last year. Third down, Juwan, all that stuff. Like he was making plays. He was but he does not have a leg to stand on, stomping his feet for more money, bro. You got to perform if you want more money, and you're already getting paid. They gave you a $15 million deal, dude, for 2 years. That ain't that bad. You're doing all right. I think you're going to make your electric. I think he's going to make his PG&E payment this month. He's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? And he's out here like, no, I need more. Well, then, bro, go show it to me. Go show it to me. Make plays, zip that mouth shut, and go make some plays. To that point, I was watching
I don't know if he'll make the PG&E payment. Knowing PG&E and how they have a monopoly on a stranglehold on everything.
It's not a bad call. It's not a bad. You should see. I don't want to get into it, but if I ever showed you the PG&E bill for this house, you'd start crying. You'd start crying, maybe laughing and crying at the same time. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Who's shadier? Okay.
I got some kind of like Dr. Frankenstein lab. I'm dealing with like electric volts and levers. I try to keep all the lights out now because it's so expensive. I don't know what's going on with PG&E. They're crushing me, bro. Crushing me like the mafia. Give me more money, Paulie Mac. Yeah.
Who's shadier? I'm going to give you 3 options. Roger Goodell in the NFL, Shohei Ohtani, or PG&E.
See, here it comes. Well, they're all shady together, but shout out to Diana L. She's just volunteering numbers. I don't want to like get that personal, but she is. She's going, my PG&E bill was over $700. It's a car payment, man. You could be releasing a Porsche for $700 a month. You really could. You could lease a Porsche for $700 a month, Diana. And I'm sorry for your pain. I feel you. I'm right there. I'm right there with you.
It's crazy, Paulie, because dude, they'll like pay off a settlement, and next thing you know, guess what?
Yeah.
Guess who's paying the settlement? Because the rates go up. Because then the rates go up. It's like,
How about this? Yes. Here's what I'm going to do. I run PG&E. First off, I'm just going to burn half the state down. Let me just start by burning up most of Northern California. And then I'll go ahead and burn up the Malibu area as well. I'm sure they had their hands in that somehow. But they burn the state down, and then they raise the rates. Hope you enjoyed the fires. Here, as a bonus, we're going to jack your rates up. Oh, thanks. Cool. Oh,
yeah. And we're gonna replace all the damage in San Bruno, and then we're gonna raise the rates.
By the way, how long before some jackhole at PG&E who's watching the show just cuts the power on this whole show? They're like, oh, you don't like PG&E? Check this out. Boom, hit some button, dude, and we're dark. Everything goes dark. We love PG&E. You guys are great. Especially if you want to sponsor the show, then I couldn't even be happier with your service. It's stellar. No disrespect to Dom and Stellar Design. Anyway, all right, Tony, let's go to Hot and Sour Picks. It's time. Give me the song. Give me your picks. Let's behave like gentlemen, and let's get these picks on the table, buddy.
We're hot and sour, check us and see. We got some picks that burning inside of me.
Yeah.
Come on, Tony, do you do more than that? We're hot and sour, all right.
Ooh, nice. See, nice air guitar right there. I tried to do a little Pete Townsend style. Chicka-jan-jan, chicka-jan-jan, chicka-jan. I ain't no Pete Townsend, but I try. All right, Tony, hot and sour picks are upon us. I would like you to go first, as you are the bright light of optimism on the show. I'm like a dark, cranky old man at this point. I'm 170 years old. Abe Lincoln was the president when I was in high school. So I need your youth. I need your optimism. I need your bright light, the bright light that is Creative Tony, because so many people love your vibe, dude. I happen to be one of those people. Give me your vibe. Give me your picks. And let me tell the audience, this kid's on the road to recovery. I told you he won both games last week. So now, Tony, I've got you on the season at 4-8. You're on your way. I lost both games last week. So you start with the innocence, the joy, the love that comes along with Creative Tony's picks. Lay them on me, kid.
Well, Paulie.
Hey, Paulie. Hi. Phil Sims here.
I got to be honest with you, Paulie.
Hey, Paulie. Hi. Yeah.
I thought about taking the Falcons, to be honest with you, this weekend, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to create
a lot of people are taking the Falcons. Yeah.
I'm not going to just put that vibe from our show into the universe and spread those particles, but I will say that there is a vibe going on with these New York Giants, and I'm not happy about it. the New York Giants are like the Dodgers of the NFL in my mind. Like I have a major disdain for them, as do you, Paulie. And it's this Giants or the Cowboys. It's one of those two, and then there's the Chiefs as well. But this Jackson Dart kid and this Cam Scadaboo kid, there's something happening there.
You got Dart, you got Scadaboo, both of these studly rookies winning games for the Giants. Yeah, they kind of have injected some life into that team, those two young bucks.
Yes, and they're going up against a very good Denver defense, okay?
Who just lost to the freaking Jets. More on that in a minute. They killed me on that one, but go ahead.
Boom. So, dude, Denver's getting 7. I mean, Denver's giving 7.5 points. New York Giants are getting 7.5.
Where's the game, T?
The game's in Denver, but it's like before Denver has like a home field advantage with the weather, really, because it's still not snowing, it's still not cold, it's still not, and it's 7.5 point spread. I'm like, Jesus, dude, that's a lot of points to be giving these New York Giants. So I'm gonna take the New York Giants. I'm gonna take Cam Scadaboo's New York Giants plus 7.5 on the road in Denver. Bo Nix is good. He's good. He's got 9 TDs, 4 picks, 1,277 yards passing. J.K. Dobbins is the lead back there.
I'm not even this, but it's a real question. Who do you like more at quarterback, Bo Nix or Jackson Dart?
Oh, that's a really good question. I
Dart
feel like
plays with a lot of like flair, dude. He's got a lot of swag in his game, that kid.
And dude, and the necklace.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Dude, he's got the net. He's dancing. Yeah. He's like, you don't normally see that kind of behavior out of a Giants quarterback. They're usually pretty dull dudes, but he's bringing a whole like vibe to that team and to that position.
100%. So I'm thinking, they may not win the game, but I'm thinking 7.5 points is a lot of juice to give the New York Giants. And like you said, Denver just lost. Denver just is coming off a bad L. So I feel like, dude, the Giants they're finding their way. They're turning it up. They're finding a groove, and they're doing this without Malik Neighbors too, which is impressive. And so I got to go Giants on the road plus 7.5 in Denver. That's my first pick.
Okay, cool, man. Good for you. That's an interesting pick. You might have something there. You might have something, especially with the 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's why I liked the Bengals so much last night. I was like 5.5 and Flacco at home. Sounds good to me. All right, good pick, T. What do you got for number 2, buddy?
No, you go. Let's go 1 and 1 and 1 and 1.
Look at this guy. Look at him.
Yeah.
You're looking off into space. This is what you just look like. Let me show you what you just looked like. You're like, no, let's go 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. And you're like looking off into space. I liked it. No, I like it. Look out there more. What's out there? What do you see out there? You can
see what I'm looking at versus what you're looking at. The control. This is the control room.
I don't want to see it. I told you at the beginning, I'm no producer, bro. I'm not. Yeah. I wish I was, but I'm not. That's all you.
Well, yeah. I just want to make sure that the SS Enterprise or whatever, Starship Enterprise wasn't off the air, because for a second I thought we lost the whole thing. I was like,
I think we're still good. I think we're good. And I just love you looking off into space, man. That's what makes me happy. All right. I'm going to be looking at, this is probably the biggest marquee game of the weekend, and I'm going right into the eye of the storm here. The Detroit Lions hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You got a couple of really good NFC teams here. The Lions at 4-2, the Bucs at 5-1. I think most of us watched both games last week. We saw the Bucs Niners. We saw what Baker Mayfield can do. The guy, I told you, I've been saying this for a long time. Baker Mayfield is such a fierce competitor. Like that play on third down when he broke 2 tackles and ran for 15 yards. That kind of epitomizes the kind of like competitor that he is at that position. And he has become a leader. There is actually MVP talk around this guy right now. On the other side, you've got the Lions coming off a really upsetting loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, the whole way that the tone of that game changed after they took the initial touchdown away from Denver, and then they gave him the phantom PI call so the Chiefs could get that touchdown. It was textbook Chiefs horse ass with the refs. Like, it was a perfect example of why I hate their guts. And I'm not a hateful guy. I'm really not. The only things I hate in life are the Dodgers and the Chiefs. Other than that, I'm pro-peace. I really am, dude. Tony, you know this about. I'm pro-peace, man. I want people to get along. I like harmony. I don't like people. It's too much fighting in the world as it is. But I got to tell you, when I see the Chiefs my blood pressure skyrockets, and it's because of stuff like which we saw last week. Now, so if I think about Dan Campbell and how incredibly pissed he was during and after that game, and the practices the practices the Lions had this week, I bet you were ferocious. I got to be honest. I still think the Lions might be the best team in the NFC with respect to the Bucs. And I just don't see the Lions losing 2 games in a row, and I don't see them losing at home. The Bucs are getting a lot of points here, Tony. They're getting 5.5, okay, as a road dog. I'm taking the home Lions. I think they get back up on their feet. I think people kind of lost sight of how good the Lions can be when they are revving at all cylinders. And since the Chiefs aren't involved in this game, I think the Lions will be fine. As long as the Chiefs aren't involved, and the Lions are a great team. So I'm going to take the Lions. This might be an ill-advised move. I've been known to make those before. And by the way, Tony, I am 6-6 on the year, so I'm at 500. I dropped down last week with those 2 losses. One of them being I took Denver to beat the Jets like anybody would, and I lost. Okay, so I'm going to take the Lions. I'm taking the Lions at home. I'm looking for them to rebound, put some points on the board. I think they can score at least 30 points on the Bucs, and I think the Bucs they're due to come back down to earth a little bit. They're 5-1. They're not going to win every game, and I think this is going to be an L. So Dan Campbell and the Lions given 5.5 T. That's my first pick.
Love it, dude. I like the pick too, probably because before you told me that you were taking that, I was looking at that as well because I like the Lions in that as well. I like the Lions. If it's not the Niners representing the NFC, which it's looking very doubtful now, but the Go Lions, man, and I hope they have a really good shot of doing that. And the NFC is wide open, as we've talked about, Paulie. So my second pick, Paulie, I'm going to the Windy City, and I am taking the Bears -4.5, hosting the 1-5 New Orleans Saints.
Are you going to paint your nails up before the game to root for the Bears like Caleb? Just paint them up. I've seen you paint your nails. Your daughter paints your nails. Are you going to do like Bears colors this week for the Caleb Williams support?
I could ask her to do that. I should definitely.
Yeah, brown and orange, whatever their colors are, blue and orange, whatever. Yeah,
blue and orange, and she definitely loves doing that, and it drives my son crazy. Dad,
have you gone into mascara yet? Have you thrown on any eyeliner?
She did a makeover on my face because she
I was
wanted
just kidding. I'm glad.
No,
okay, good.
No, she really did do a makeover on my face because she wanted to see about. And I have longer eyelashes for a male, and so she wanted to like work it on me, like the whole. I don't even know what it's called, but like
let me tell you something about the eyelashes of Creative Tony. They're very seductive. And on top of everything else, how could I possibly crack men wearing makeup on a day that we're celebrating Ace Frehley? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all for it, dude. You want to make up your face, go nuts. Anyway, Tony, so Bears, and who are they playing? Who are they hosting?
They're hosting the Saints, dude. And I just am not a believer in Spencer Rattler.
No, God, no, dude. Yeah. No Rattler, no Saints, dude. This team is in for a rough year down in New Orleans, bro. Yeah.
And Kamara is showing his age, and he only has 1 TD on the season. And also he's questionable, but I'm pretty sure he's going to play, dude. DeAndre Swift looked good last week or on Monday night. So I like the Caleb Williams, Swift, and I've always liked that kid Adunze out of University of Washington. So I like him. So I like the Bears at home, and they're giving 4.5. I believe if it was more than that, I would probably back off of it. If it was closer to 7, I would back off, but 4.5, taking the Bears. I think they win outright and cover the 4.5. And I just don't think. Also, you take the Saints out of the dome when they're not playing well, and
they suck outdoors. They generally suck outdoors. Even in their good years with Drew Brees, they always had a hard time in places like Chicago. I like to pick. I like it too. I think that's a smart pick. I have pick envy. I wish I would have picked that game because it's a lot safer than the one I'm about to pick. Another big matchup, dude. I'm going right to the bright lights this week. How's this sound, Tony? Your Los Angeles Rams, Tony's Rams, headed down to Florida to take on Pine Needle's Jags. I don't know why I said that. I'm just giving you the Jags, not Pine Needle. And by the way, Pine Needle, there's no connection. I just threw it out there because I saw your name. Pine Needle also had a question a couple of minutes ago. He goes, oh, by the way, so I guess Jawan Jennings won't be a guest on the PMP show. No, most likely not. But you know who will be a guest? I'm going to reach out to him next week. Brent Jones. We'll have Brent Jones on very soon, who will dazzle you with his tales of Niner greatness. We love Brent Jones on this show. So 4-2 Rams at the 4-2 Jags. This is just going to be a fun game to watch. The Rams, it's funny. A lot of the NFL analysts around the country, be it ESPN, be it Fox Sports, all that stuff. Everybody loves this Rams team. They can be really good. Now, again, that loss they had to the Philadelphia Eagles probably should have been a win. They could easily be 5-1. The fact that Mac Jones went down to LA and beat the Rams, man, that was a game we watched, Tony, with BY and Brent, and great game. But I think the Rams are going to go down there and just simply outplay the Jaguars. Jaguars are getting 2.5 points. They're a home dog. But I think that the Rams win games like this, dude. They're 3-1 on the road, so they're a really good road team. And I think the Jag, I kind of like the Jags. I like Trevor Lawrence. I love the fact that they beat the Chiefs, but I don't think they're ready or good enough to be like consistently good. I think it's spotty. So I think the Jags kind of slow down this weekend a little bit. And this just has like a typical Rams win kind of feel to me. McVay talking to, come on, guys, we're going to Florida. We're going to Sunshine State, guys. Come on. Grab your suntans, guys. Grab your sunscreen. We're going to Florida. We're going to Jacksonville. So McVay's going to gel up.
From the Robot Centaur Sports Desk. And I was not following this game close enough to know that LA versus Jacksonville is in the UK this weekend. So
I didn't see that either. That might be bad for me, dude. That might be bad for me. Because last time I didn't know the Jets Broncos were in the UK either. Blew up in my face. This is like a pattern. See? And Centaur, thanks to you, bro. I might have to consult with you before we go on the air Friday because I didn't know this game was in London either. And it shouldn't be. Enough with the London, for Christ's sake.
Okay.
Stop it already. It's an American game. 2 American cities. This is Goodell. Oh, we got to take the game around the world. We want to give the game to Big Ben and the United Kingdom. You know what? F that, dude. So anyway, thank you, Robot Centaur. But now I feel like a little bit less confident that the game is over there. I'm still going to take the Rams. Screw it. I did think the game was in Jacksonville, but screw it. I'm going Rams. It's too late to turn back. So I'm going Rams, giving 2.5. Tony, in the UK. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, and thank you, Robot Centaur, for the update. But I too just assume that games are here in the United States.
As they should be. I don't know.
I know that they're just like once or twice a year, but now it's every freaking week. It seems like I got UK fatigue. Paulie,
blank Anarchy in the UK, blank the Sex Pistols. Hey, Dan Hughes, good to see you, buddy. Of course I screwed that up. Baby Huey, good to see you on board today. I hope you're going to honor Ace Frehley on your own podcast, dude. Give him some love. All right, so there it is. Rams giving 2.5 in the UK. You know what I mean? So get up at 6 a.m. and watch that game if you want to. I probably won't, but I hope to wake up and find that the Rams won. All right, Tony, let's give Longbridge Pizza some love, and then we're going to go into our final segment, which will be the music assignment, our Ace Frehley tribute, because I do want to say a few things about the spaceman today, who I love very much, by the way. Seriously, I'm a big Ace Frehley fan. That was really tough news yesterday. So, Tony,
we also have to treat the PMP VIPs to tickets to petty theft as well. So.
Yeah, we'll do that. We do. We have a pair of tickets courtesy of Jeff Morgan, one of the great PMP cohorts out there. He's a confidant. He's a colleague, and he's given us a pair of Petty Theft tickets. Great Tom Petty tribute band, and they're playing at the Hot Monk in Novato tomorrow night. So we'll get you the tickets a little bit later before we end the show. But first, a word on Lumbridge Pizza, Tony. Neil Donardi, one of the guiding lights of the PMP community. He was good enough to open up his doors for the event on October 27th. Please go to the Polypod homepage on YouTube. You'll see a link for the event. Buy your tickets. This thing is going to sell out. So I would recommend that you buy tickets now while you still can. And because I want to hang out with you guys, man. We love these events. And we'll do another one before the year's up. We're still talking about getting some kind of Christmas party together. So we will do that. But this will be the last kind of like sports related event probably of the year. So come on out and let's have a good time on the 27th. Neil Donardi is going to be showcasing a variety of the pizzas he makes. And I said this, last night, I'm going to say it again, or yesterday, that I just came from New York City and New Jersey. And I'm just going to be honest with you, man. There's so much great pizza back there. You could just eat your way through the state happily. And pretty much every place you go to is good. There's so much competition. I tell you the truth, Tony, Neil's Pizza can go toe to toe with those pies back there. And that's a big statement. I wouldn't say that if there wasn't truth to it. But Neil, he's got his own thing going, man. And what Neil has that they don't have in New York City is the sourdough crust.
Yep.
Sounds maybe like an irrelevant detail, but it's not. It adds a whole different kind of vibe and taste and flavor to the pizza when it's complemented by sourdough crust. Tony, truth, I had never had a sourdough crust pizza in my life before I went to Longbridge. So it's kind of a new thing for me.
Mhm.
And I really almost kind of missed it back in Jersey, which I love the pizza back there. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of missed that tangy taste of the sourdough bread complementing the sauce and the cheese. Neil's doing it right. Get on down to 2347 3rd Street. Enjoy that laid back vibe. The songs of Andre, Steven's in there too, doing his thing. These guys are the best. And the Vibe Tribe is real. There's a total familial vibe. Neil being a South City kid, you'll see. He's going to treat you like family when you get in there, Tony. So for this event right here, it's just another example, the 1027 event with Tom Tolbert and all of you guys. They can accommodate private groups. So if you ever have an event, a birthday party, a celebration, a surprise party, anything like that, Little League, you want to bring your CYO basketball team in, they can usually accommodate 20 to 25 people in the back. So you can ask Neil about that and for your next event, Tony. But your words on Longbridge, and then we'll get into our Ace Frehley portion of the show.
Just don't forget too about what they do on Tuesdays is the Smash Stack Burger, which is just the days they do burgers. Then they do sandwiches on Wednesdays, and then they do Detroit style square pizzas on Thursdays.
Yeah.
They knock it out of the park all 3 of those days. They're serving pizza every day, but they serve these special sandwiches and burgers and different style pizzas on those specific days. So again, the Smash Stack Burger on Tuesday, the chicken parm and the gabagool sandwiches on Wednesday, and then the Detroit style square pizzas on Thursdays. And you cannot. Oh, and by the way, I'd be willing to bet that the Chicago inspired party pizza, the party pie, will make an appearance at the at our Warriors watch party on October 27th. And by the way, when I say Chicago, it's not the deep dish casserole that Jon Stewart references in the
I don't know whether to eat it or throw a coin in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a great.
It's a casserole. It
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
pizza.
Yeah.
It's not deep dish. It's actually thin crust. We say Neil sampled some with me the other night, and it's freaking outstanding. So hopefully the party pie will make an appearance there. And I just want to get that out about the different sandwiches and burgers and Detroit style during the week, because
Hey,
they specialize in all that stuff, and it's damn good. You can't lose.
thank you, Tony.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. And only real quick factoid on Jon Stewart. Love him or hate him. I love this. He's a Jersey boy. He grew up in Jersey. And before he became, Jon Stewart, the comedian, the broadcaster, true story, John Joseph, you'll love this. He worked at like probably the most hardcore punk club in New Jersey called Trenton City Gardens. Not glamorous, dude. Not like the Ramones, Black Flag, bands like that would play there. He was a bartender at Trenton City Gardens, like for all those punk shows. There's a great documentary on Amazon if anybody ever wants to watch it. It's about that venue, the Trenton City Gardens. Jon Stewart's in it. Henry Rollins is in it. But anyway, Jon Stewart was like mixing drinks, dude, while like the Misfits would be playing. You know what I mean? It's really cool. So he's got like a really cool origin story, Jon Stewart. Yeah.
And I just want to share this because I know you'll like this, Paulie. Just want to share this little video.
Oh, dude, you're killing me. I'm so hungry. Right. Oh, God bless America. Look at that. Oh,
look at the chicken parm. That's the chicken parm sandwich. That's on
I
Wednesday.
might need to like have a private moment with this thing. You know what I mean? Like when everybody's out of the house. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that. Oh, baby. Stack those cutlets, baby. Stack them.
And the what's clutch is they give you that bowl of extra sauce to dunk.
It's a huge move. I'll tell you the truth now. When I get it, if I don't have that bowl of sauce with my chicken parm, now we're going to have a problem. Like Neil he's created a monster with this thing. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have that either. Most places don't come out and say, here's some sauce to Dunkin'. That's how Neil rolls. And his sauce rules, those tomatoes he's got. Yeah.
And the fresh basil.
Can you please stop showing this? You're making me, you're really agitating my appetite. Like enough is enough. It's almost like torture, All right, Tony, final segment of the show today. You guys know what's up. We asked for you to send in your Ace Frehley songs, favorite Kiss songs. And I just want to say a quick word about Ace. Is the guy I grew up with. The first band I ever fell in love with when I was literally in grade school was Kiss, like a lot of us. And Tony, some of the bands that you know and love that were affected by Ace and Kiss would include the Foo Fighters. Dave Grohl actually has a guitar with Ace Frehley's face on it. I'm sure you guys have seen that. Nirvana, they covered Do You Love Me? Look for that one if you've never heard it. Look for Nirvana's cover of Do You Love Me. Pearl Jam I mean, they covered Black Diamond, and Mike McCready loves Ace. You should go to Twitter and look at Mike McCready's tribute. It was really cool. Stone Temple Pilots love Kiss. Tom Morello did a really beautiful post about Ace Frehley last night. Tony, Garth Brooks grew up a Kiss fan. He's in the Kiss Army. The Replacements, like the indie darlings of the punk scene, the Replacements, they cover Black Diamond. Dimebag Darrell laid to rest in the Kiss casket, just to name a few. And an interesting factoid on Ace Frehley, a lot of you might appreciate, he grew up in the Bronx. He's a good old Bronx boy. And he had a really rough life. He was a real street kid, Ace Frehley. He really was before he joined Kiss. If you've ever seen that movie called The Wanderers, it's about like a 60s, like early 60s, like street gang. There's a famous gang in that movie. They were called the Ducky Boys. There's hundreds of them. The Wanderers have to fight the Ducky Boys. That's like the climax of the movie. If you ever see that movie, just know this. Ace Frehley was actually in that gang. As a kid, he was a Ducky Boy. It's a true story. Wow. You can look that up, and that is confirmed. So he grew up in the Bronx where they filmed the Wanderers, and he was in that insane gang, the Ducky Boys. He talks about it in his book and the initiation they made him go through and stuff. So he really was. He was a real punk. He was a real street kid. And then he picked up the guitar, changed his life. Rock and roll saved his life, all that stuff, and it's true. So, Tony, why don't we do the listeners first? Do you have the list, Tony?
Pause, Paulie, just 1 second.
Sorry.
You don't mind?
Peep this, particle heads. PMP's weekly musical assignment begins right now.
It's a good thing Kaler's not on today. I don't know any Kiss songs, man. He wouldn't even know how to contribute. But anyway, I love Kaler anyway. You know what I mean? It's too loud for me, man. I don't like all the smoke and fire, man. I love Shannon. I'm just breaking his chops. Tony, give me those listener contributions first. I really am curious to see what you guys came up with.
So because we called an audible at the line of scrimmage, like you said, Paulie, we have songs about Georgia that maybe we can get into next week if the Niners win. Okay?
Fair enough.
If the Niners win, we have song requests that we can get into next week if the Niners win. But we did have a few people email us, pauliespod@gmail.com, Ace Frehley songs. Stevie B coming in strong to just out of the gates, Cold Gin.
Yeah.
Debut album. Boom. Ace Frehley, Cold Gin from Stevie Bisecchio.
How about these lyrics, dude? How about these lyrics? Around the corner at the liquor store, the cheapest stuff is all I need to get me back on my feet again. It's Cold Gin time again. Ace loved to drink, dude. He loved a good drink. You got to know that. That was part of his whole thing. He loved a nice drink. So shout out Cold Gin. Great one, Stevie B, of course.
Right, exactly. No surprise there. Pine Needle checking in, and he says 1988. That's his track that he's checking out. 1988 from Pine Needle. Okay. Then we got Jerome saying "Lick It Up." Right. Kiss is disqualified. Ace is not on the track. I'm doing only Ace Kiss songs. Only Ace Kiss songs. Hey, I disqualify. Lick It Up. I love you, but I got to disqualify. Keep it moving. Ace songs only. Yeah. Yep. I love it, dude.
No, don't mess around when it comes to the Kiss Army, dude. We got rules and regulations like any military operation, and that is not an Ace song, so the judges reject it. Tony, carry on.
Jerome, we still love you, buddy. We still love you.
Of course.
Ray Goodman, our brother Ray Goodman and the Soulmates. He says back in the New York groove.
100%. Yeah.
Honorable mention, Snowblind, which I love both of those tunes.
Yeah.
Both of those tunes. I almost picked Snowblind.
Snowblind rules. Snowblind rules. And if you like that Ace Frehley solo album so much, Tony and Ray, check out the Foo Fighters cover of Ozone. There's a song on the Ace Frehley solo album called Ozone, and the Foos cover it. It's really good. Look for that too. But nice one, Ray. Thank you, brother.
Nice. And it's hard to get New York groove out of your head when it's in your head.
I'm back. Yeah, it's great.
So Noemi checks in and she says deuce. She's going deuce.
Great, Noemi. Beautiful. Yeah. Phenomenal. Great.
Patty from Napa says Love Gun, and she also says Cold Gin, right? She's going Love Gun and Cold Gin.
Oh, we got multiple Cold Gin votes, so this one might make the list from the listeners, the playlist. Go ahead. So Cold Gin's got multiple votes so far. Carry on, T.
Well, then we have Escobar checking in with Detroit Rock City and Cold Gin. So
There
that's
it is.
3
Cold
votes,
Gin's running away with this. Yeah.
3 votes for Cold Gin. Then Lily says, I was made for loving you.
Nice, Lily. Lily,
Yeah.
something about Lily, man. Great pick, Lily. Totally.
And then Miriam checks in, shout it out loud from
Hell yeah, Miriam. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And then our guy, art director, PMP art director, Don Peralta says, Dark Light shook me. And he says he has a vote for Ozone as well. So there
Okay,
you go.
let me tell you, Dom, you're impressing me now, buddy. You throw a dark light at me. By the way, Dom, check this out. I swear to God, this is true. So I was at Red Devil Records a few years ago. And by the way, the song he's talking about, Dark Light, is an Ace Frehley song on probably the most ignored Kiss record of all time, called The Elder. That was the last record. Ace was like, I'm out of here. After that record, he quit the band. But that song tells me that Dommy Peralta he's hardcore. Dark Light is your jam. I see you, Dom. Nice pick, dude. Respect to Dark Light. Yeah.
I love it. It. And Paulie, I think there was another a late entry. John Joseph. We got to get John Joseph.
Of course. I'm curious where he's going. Give it to me.
Dude, he says, R.I.P. Paul Daniel Ace Frehley. I was lucky enough to meet him a few times.
Nice.
Such a down-to-earth man. Went to all his Frehley's Comet tours and saw Kiss with him, of course. He says, so as a kid, my oldest brother and I found Kiss Dynasty in the trash brand new. And so he says, Kiss X-ray eyes.
Nice, dude. Nice. Dynasty. Once again. Yes.
X-ray eyes. I think that John Joseph is going to be blasting X-ray eyes and Dynasty later today.
I've got X-ray eyes. X-ray. Good call, dude. Good call, X-ray eyes. I like that.
Okay, Paulie. So there you go. That is from pauliespot@gmail.com. I'm definitely going first, so you can wrap it. Okay. So
Cold Gin is the winner with the listeners. So I just, as you were doing that last one from John Joseph, I just put Cold Gin on the PMP playlist 25. That's now on there. So go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry. Give me your 2 tracks.
So I only have 1 track.
Okay.
Paulie.
Okay.
I'm just doing 1 track, and it's because this track, and I'm looking to see if anybody else chose this track. Oh yeah, okay. Don Peralta and I, shocker, we're on the same page, dude. All I gotta say is, but the lick and the riff and the mix of acoustic and electric on this song, off of the '78 Ace Frehley Kiss album, the freaking song Ozone, dude. I've from the moment I heard that the first time, and then I hadn't heard it in years, and then last night turned it on. I'm like, oh. So good. I mean, I'm so sad that we lost Ace, but listening to that music, man, I was just like, wow, dude. And that song, like, of course, it gets a lot of love in the Kiss Army, but that song should it's just a great track. It is great track. So I go Ozone. That's my track. And Dom, great call that you said Ozone as well. I don't know. It's Ace at his finest, in my opinion.
Thank you, Tony. No, I'm thrilled, dude. I didn't know you went deep on the Ace Frehley 78 album. I happen to have it right behind me there, and Ozone is a great track. Blam, blam, blam. Yeah, great stuff. All right.
Down.
I'm the kind of guy who likes feeling high. Yeah, it's great, dude. He had made no bones about it. I'm the kind of guy who likes feeling high. All right. Hey, also, I know Rags is out there on the golf course. He was a major rip it out head. Also on the solo. And what a great statement. Rip it out. Take my heart. You wanted it from the start. You got it now. So goodbye. So rip it out and watch me cry. That tune is a freight train of hard rock greatness. All right. My stuff is going to be, I'm going to, got to go to me and you, John Joseph. It's all about Dynasty. This is the tour I saw these guys on. There he is right there. Paul Frehley. Couldn't have 2 Pauls with Paul Stanley and Paul Frehley, so he's Ace Frehley. And the song I want to pick, first one is the song on this album that Ace sings called 2000 Man, which is actually a Rolling Stones cover. But it's one of these songs where the Kiss version of 2000 Man is so undeniably better than the Rolling Stones 2000 Man. Like 2000 Man and the Rolling Stones is something you would skip. It doesn't even sound anything like how Ace reimagined it. It's like an acoustic, weird, trippy song. Ace plugged it in and made it a rocker. And it's a great lead vocal. And it just captures like the whole Ace Frehley vibe. So me and you, John Joseph, I'm glad you like Dynasty. I'm going 2000 Man. And then the last track will be off of this album right here, the solo album. If you listen to the final song on that record right there, it's an instrumental called Fractured Mirror. And Ace, he plays every instrument on that track. Ace plays.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
He plays bass, drums, guitar, and keys. And it's a really cool song. It's an instrument, but it really gives you a glimpse into like, he had a lot of talent. Ace really had a lot of talent as a songwriter and as a musician. So
that's what I love about that album, is that it really showcases all of his. I didn't know he played every instrument on that track. And I love Fractured Mirror. I was listening to it this morning.
Yeah, it starts off like with the church bell, and then it's a really, really cool song. And if you want to hear it, it's now on the playlist PMP 25 on Spotify. And by the way, there's my Grateful Dead screensaver. No. Anyway, just showing that I got that one at the Hollywood Bowl. I had really good seats. So anyway, if you ever find this, that's my phone. Return it to its rightful owner. Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know. What am I can't. I don't know. That's a private joke between me and Tony. Maybe someday. Maybe at 10:27, I'll tell you the identity. Who that was. What am I gonna? What am I? You give me a Kiss album. What am I gonna do with this? I can't. I don't. Anyway, private joke. All right, Tony, the show is in the books. I want to say rest in peace, Ace Frehley. Thanks for all the music, man. You touched a lot of lives, which what more could you ask for in your life? I mean, you impacted a lot of people. That includes me. Thank you for turning me on to rock and roll. Thank you for turning me on to the power and the glory of live music, man. That was my first experience. My first ever concert was Kiss at the Cow Palace. And so rest in peace, Ace. Thanks for everything. Go Niners, Tony. Oh, petty theft tickets. Here we go. Yeah. Third, we'll just do it like a radio station would when you don't have an idea. You just say, give me the third caller. We're doing that right now. Give me the third emailer who simply writes petty theft in the subject line. I need your name and your email address. Go. Tickets will be given to you for the gig tomorrow night, Hot Monk Tavern in Novato. Tony, final words. We're going to start this weekend off, buddy. I'm going to go play some more Kiss. I'm not lying. Going to go turn on some more Ace Frehley. Very loud, extremely loud. All my neighbors are going to hear it, so get ready, y'all. It's coming.
Yeah, I think we'll put Fractured Mirror on again. But Paulie, I want Mike McCready's words to be my final words because of what he tweeted or put out on social media yesterday. He said, "All my friends have spent untold hours talking about Kiss and buying Kiss stuff. Ace was a hero of mine, and also I would consider a friend. I studied his solos endlessly over the years. Just listen to the song Alive, Pearl Jam's Alive. I used his solo from She as a template. Ace jammed on Black Diamond with Pearl Jam at Madison Square Garden, a dream come true for me. I would not have picked up a guitar without Ace and Kiss's influence. R.I.P. Rip it out, Ace. You changed my life. Thank you. Mike McCready, Pearl Jam." I mean,
that's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I'm not just saying this, dude. When I listen to Mike McCready, who I freaking love, by the way, keep running around in circles, playing his ass off. There's a lot of Ace Frehley in his playing. There really is. I hear it when I hear it and watch McCready play. So beautiful words there, Tony. And I appreciate everybody, man. Thank you guys. And again, like we said at the beginning, this is why what we have here kind of means something because you never know. I mean, you're here today, gone tomorrow, man. It happens way too much. So let's enjoy the time we have. Let's have a good weekend. Go Niners. Blank the Chiefs, blank the Dodgers, and we'll be back on Monday. Tony, we'll do it again on Monday. We'll get right back into it, and we'll give you the studs and duds, etc. Looking forward to a good week, too. I'm going to try to get a hold of Brent Jones, get him on the show. And that's all I got for you. Everybody be safe. Everybody be cool. Scarlet Fire, great to see you. Miguel, Dami, Little J, dude, Little J. Law of All, Miguel, Rags, Miriam, Arkansas Dave, Ray Goodman, Rockin' New Era. Everybody be cool. Tony, I love you so much. Have a great weekend. Onward and upward. Go Niners. Give me some Dave.
Pelican fly. Come on, Pelican.
Yeah.
I had to give you some Pelicans first, Paulie. And then, Paulie, Shady Shohei, Brewers, for the love of God, show some life, please. Show some freaking life today, please. And here we go, Diamond Dave, Paulie, for you.
No. Sounded good to me, bro. Sounded good to me. Those crossfades are dope. All right, everybody. You be safe. F the Dodgers is right, Rockin' New Era. Me and you. Noemi, cheers. Miguel, love all you guys. For real. I really do. So have a great weekend. I'll be checking in social media. What do you got, T? What's so funny?
I just got to laugh. Papusa Fiend on the chat. Papusa Fiend says, Later, everyone, the power of pupusas compels you.
The power of pupusas compels you. I'm like floating up in the air like the girl in The Exorcist. They're throwing the holy water. The power of pupusa compels you. I like that. All right. Hey, keep Satan at bay. You got to keep Satan at bay at all times. That's all part of it. Pupusa knows it. All right, everybody be cool. Cheers, y'all. Have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday.
Peace, y'all.